Hello everyone, myself Sachin Rathod, working as assistant professor in Department of Mechanical Engineering from Walchand Institute of Technology, Solapur. So today we will see the part that is a C++ conditional statement part 2 under the course of programming in C++. The learning outcome of this session is the students will able to understand the purpose of conditional statement in the C++, write the simple condition to control the program flow, and third one, use of the operators in conditions. So in previous session we had seen the if condition statement. So how to use the flowchart for the if condition statement, or what is the syntax we are using for the if condition statement, and we have seen one problem based on the if condition statement. Then next we had seen the if else condition statement, same the flowchart, the syntax and the simple program we had considered. Now we will see the else if ladder statement in the C++. So what is the introduction part about the else if ladder statement? We will see the else if ladder allows the testing of multiple conditions in the sequence. So as it is not occurs in the multiple conditions, we are going to check in case of the if and if else conditions. The program checks the conditions one by one. If the condition is true, its block execute and the rest are skipped. If the condition are false, the block execute. These are the optional things. So it is useful when there are the multiple possible outcomes are expected. So the flowchart for this is, first we need to start the program by providing the conditions 1. We have provided the condition 1. If the condition is true, then it executes the block 1. If the condition is false, then we need to provide the condition 2 over here. Then if it is going to true, it executes the block 2, otherwise false, the else block will get executed, as we have seen in the if else condition statement. So this is a simple flowchart for using the ladder conditions. So what is the syntax for that? If we need to provide here the condition work. If it is the condition is true, it is going to satisfy, then it is going to execute that if condition. Else we need to provide the second conditions. If it is not, then we have to go for the second condition. If the block to execute, if the condition 2 is going to satisfy. If it is also not going to satisfy, we have to go again checking the condition number 3. If the condition number 3 is going to satisfy, it is going to execute. If these 3 conditions are not going to satisfy, the else condition will get satisfied. It is going to true. Alright. So multiple conditions we can use in this case, that is a ladder if else condition statement. Such thing is not going to occur in the if condition statement and the if else condition statement. So these are the basic syntax for using the ladder if else condition statement. So we will clear this concept by observing one simple example of grading system. So as we are knowing, there are the grading systems, means depending upon the marks we need to provide the A grade, B grade, C grade. So like that programs we can prepare. If we need to provide the condition for that, if the marks is less than 90, then it will shows the A grade. So like that condition we need to provide, and we will execute that particular condition for the ladder if else. See that this is the header file. Already we have seen the concept of this. Then we need to use the standard namespace. Then we need to start the program. So here the integer is marks. Then as we need to enter the marks for checking the which kind of the grades we are getting based on the marks. So we need to provide the marks, that is a C in. Then first condition we had applied, if the marks is greater than or equal to 90. If as a input, if I am going to put the value as a 92, then this will get executed. So output we are getting as grade A. If this condition is not going to satisfy, if I am putting the marks is 89, then again I have to put the condition else if the marks is greater than or equal to 75, then it will shows the another grade. So it shows the grade B. If this also condition is not going to satisfy, if my marks is less than 75, then else if the marks is greater than or equal to 50, then this condition will get satisfied, then we are getting the output as a grade C. If suppose these three conditions are not going to satisfy, and if the marks is less than 50, then it shows the you are the fail. So else condition will get satisfied. If my input is less than 50, then the output window will shows the failure, that is a fail. So this is a basic example for using the grading system by using the ladder if else condition statement. So there are the here if you are going to observe one condition, second condition, third condition, these are the three different conditions are there. If these three different conditions are not matching or not it is true, your the else condition statement will get executed. Next one, that is a nested if else statement in the C++. So the nested if else means the placing the one if else inside the another. It allows the checking a condition within the another conditions. It is useful when the decision depends on the multiple levels of the checks. So we will clear this concept by using the flowchart and the syntax. The flowchart what it tells, if the condition 1, for example, if n is greater than equal to 0, if it is true, then the conditions 2 will get checked, that is if the n is modulus of 2. First condition will check whether it is a plus or minus or positive or negative. If it is going to positive, then it is going to check the second whether it is a even or odd. If this condition is going to satisfy, it will give the displays as a positive and even. If this condition is going to not satisfy, if it is a false, then it is gives a positive or odd. And if this condition, first condition is only false, then it will show the value is negative. So this is a flowchart. Then the syntax used for this is, if the condition 1, we need to provide the condition, if condition 2, if the condition 1 is going to satisfy, then it is going to inside of that bracket, that is a curly bracket, that is the condition 2. If these both conditions are true, then the statement will get executed, that is a block executes. Otherwise it execute if the condition 1 is true but the condition second is false, this condition will get displayed over there. Otherwise this condition is not satisfy, you will get the condition is false, your the x statement else statement will get executed. So this is the syntax for this. So we will clear this concept by using the simple program for number check. Means we have to check the whether the number is positive, negative, or it may be the even or odd. Okay, so this problem we are going to check right now. So this is the header file. Then we have to use the using the namespace standard. Then we have to start the program. Here we need to provide as input value, in the it is going to storage in the n. So enter the number. We need to provide the number n. So here we are going to start that particular program. If n is greater than or equal to 0, and inside of that again if it is going to satisfy, then again I need to provide the another condition. If n is modulus of 2, then I need get the value as it is a positive and the even. If these two condition, both condition are going to satisfy, then I am getting the display as it is a positive and even number. Else if it is not going to satisfy this second condition, then I am getting it is a positive, it is already it is greater than 0, and if this condition is not going to satisfy, it is not the modulus of 2, then I am getting as output as a it is a positive or and odd number. Okay, then if this condition is not going to satisfy first condition, if it is I am putting the value as a negative, else you should get the output as a Cout, that is a negative, and you have to close this program by using the return 0. So this is a basic example for checking the number is even or odd. Again I have to check the number is positive or negative. I have taken the references from the Balguru Swami, that is the name of that book is Programming in C++, and the second one is a Kanetkar book. From the name of that book is Let Us Use C++. Thank you.